What I wanted to do with Independence Day, for every one of the 54 chapters, pull down another sub-menu, effectively 432 chapters. Every scene that has Will Smith in it. 102 keywords, Will Smith. All the scenes that he's in, a description of what's going on in the scene. So there are so many more things that Blu-ray has opened up.
Hi, I'm Scott Hetrick. Van Ling was a pioneer in bonus features dating way back to Laserdisc with the definitive Terminator 2 Special Edition and all of the iterations that have come since on DVD. I had an opportunity this week to talk with Van about his latest groundbreaking work on the special Blu-ray Disc edition of Independence Day, being released on Tuesday, March 11th.
Hi, I'm Van Ling. A lot of the games that are done for DVDs tend to be generally trivia games or things that are kind of overlaid on top. And one of the challenges is to find something to do as a game that actually involves the movie. And so what I wanted to do with Independence Day was to try to do what I call an alien scavenger hunt game. The idea is to be able to use this interface, that you can see here, to move a cursor around and mark different items that are in the movie. So in a way there's a little bit of a kind of a shoot 'em up kind of cursor idea, and as you can see, moving the cursor around in a environment like this works best on a system that can really handle graphics like a PlayStation 3, which is what we're looking at this thing on. But this will work on any specification Blu-ray player. You have a crosshair that you can move around the screen to highlight specific things. And in this particular game, what happens is that 12 items come up listed at the bottom that you have to find somewhere in the movie, and you need to move the cursor onto it and highlight it. Things like the Hollywood sign, Richard Nixon's signature, which for instance is right here in the movie. So you could click on it, and now it's highlighted in white, which means you found it, which is kind of fun. Now we're going to try to find a yellow plastic flag, which in this particular instance has to do with this kid golfing. So here's the yellow plastic flag. You notice how it's shifting in green. Pitcher of orange juice, real quick there. That's another one on the list. I tried to find items that actually occur more than once in the movie, but not too many times. A lot of the items are on a fairly lengthy amount of time, but some of them go by in just a few seconds. If you can't move the cursor fast enough, you can use your pause and your rewind. So once you have found all 12 items, it will unlock a hidden video. That's kind of your reward. I made sure that there's actually 36 items chosen randomly. So every time you play the game, it's different. There's also something I put down at the bottom called Easy Mode. And what Easy Mode does is it actually will highlight the item in green when it's on the screen. You can go and look at the help menu and it'll tell you how to play the game, how to look for things. The way this works, of course, is that I had to go through the movie and actually highlight and find and move the highlight box for every one of the items that I have listed so that they can be found. For instance, styrofoam cup or transistor radio, even as the shots are panning around, we have to be able to follow them. So, for instance, here we'll have a transistor radio up here, which is one of the items, which we can select. But you notice how he's moving the cup around. We had to program an active area that moved around with the cup so that you could move the cursor around to find it, which meant that throughout the entire movie you put active bounding boxes around everything. So this is a game application of this particular idea, this particular technology, but there's a lot of other ones that you can imagine and will be coming out on future Blu-ray titles. If you think about it, if you have the ability to move a cursor around any place on the screen and select something on the screen that is made selectable by the people producing the disc, and that particular highlight could take you, for instance, to a website or something, there are endless possibilities. We were able to implement something called persistent memory, which is a part of the DVD specification. For instance, I want to quit the game right now. I haven't finished it yet. And when I said I wanted to quit, it asked me if I really want to finish the game or if I want to quit. And if I want to quit, it'll ask me if I wish to save my game progress. Anybody who works in video games or plays video games is used to this.
Yeah.
But this is something that has not really been applied to the home video world as much. The next time that you play the game, it will pull up a window and ask you, do you want to load the previously saved game? This is only the beginning of what you can do with the memory that is part of the specification to be in every Blu-ray player, and is certainly a major part of the PlayStation 3. And the persistent memory works on both the standard players and the PS3. So you'll be able to save not only your audio and video settings, your languages and subtitle settings like every other DVD player, you're also able to save all of your bookmarks. The Blu-ray specification specifies that there be a section of memory inside the player itself to beef up the requirements for the memory a little bit. This is memory that can be accessed by the programming. The Blu-ray player is the next step from DVD in the sense that the player itself is even more like a computer.
That's all we have time for in this video. Be sure and click on our other videos of discussions with Van about other special features on Independence Day. I'm Scott Hetrick. We'll see you next time here on HollywoodandHighDef.com.